Tone. Tone comes from many places. It comes from your fingers, as we've talked about. It comes obviously from the word, from the pickups. There's lots of variants that go to making a person's style and the actual tone that you get. So I wanted to talk to you about picking techniques. There's a couple of different things that I do. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I thought I'd talk to you about it. It's about the attack on how you actually pick, because I'm quite an aggressive player. I don't play very softly. As I said, I'm not a finesse player, so I like a lot of tone and a lot of bite and stuff in it. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I do. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it, so I'm going to have to move the camera up and demonstrate a couple of things, okay? So we'll see how it goes. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is, I'm sure it's something you know, is a blind mute. Now, it's when you pick and you get the squeal. And that's actually done by using the pick and the finger. You sort of pick the two together. I mean, it'll take a bit of practice, and I'd probably advise that if you practice on the 12th fret, because obviously there's harmonics anyway around the 12th fret area. Harmonics are actually when you put your finger above the fret. So if you put your finger above the 12th fret, right above the wire, if I move in a bit, right above the wire at the 12th fret, you don't actually push down, just touch the string lightly on the 12th fret. Now you can do that for tuning. That's basically what a harmonic is, but you can actually pull a harmonic by doing something called blind mute, which is when you pick with the skin and the pick together. So that's called a blind mute. I'll move the camera in now so you can see what's going on. Okay, if you pick normally, it would be like this. But when you blind mute, you actually bring the flesh of the thumb down. And what that does, you can pick with the pick and the thumb together. So that's blind mute. Another really useful technique that I use is something that I actually discovered myself, which is, I don't know if anyone else does this method, but it's similar to a blind mute. But instead of picking the skin and the pick together, you sort of use it like a second pick. You use your finger as a second pick. So you pick with the pick and you pull with your finger as well. So I'll demonstrate this now. Now I find this gives me a really unique tone. I find that I can get a really bitey sound by doing it. Instead of putting your thumb level with the pick, I actually use my forefinger. I actually hook my finger underneath. So you're actually clawing. If I take the pick out of the way, look, I'm actually doing that. I'm actually snapping the string. But with the pick as well, see my fingers hooking under. It's not just picking, it's my little fingertips there. Instead of, it's similar. So there's picked, and there's snapped. So your finger's actually coming over. So your forefinger, instead of staying out of the way, it's actually coming down a bit. Sort of reverse of what I did with the blind mute with the thumb. You know, I sort of put the thumb level with the pick. So the thumb, that was normal picking, and then with the blind mute, I moved the thumb so it was level. Well, it was almost the opposite. The thumb, I actually moved the finger level with the pick, and you can snap the string. I suppose it's not a particularly quick technique, but it's just something that I've learnt to do. I just like it. Also, it's the picking styles and how you actually attack the note can matter a hell of a lot. Like if I play a soft note, it's very soft, or if I play a hard note, I'm doing exactly the same I'm playing the same note in the same place, but it's how you approach playing the note that matters. So if you want to play something soft and mellow, you pick it soft and mellow. But if you want a hard, aggressive, you can attack it. So it's really important to work on your tone, because I think it's the little nuances like this that make you a better player. There's so many little things, I'm sure, to learn. But as I've explained in the past, I'm not the quickest, I'm not the fastest of guitar players, so I tend to make up for my lack of speed with tone, which is all good. But you find your path, you know, everybody does it different, and that's just the way I do it. So it's all cool. But as I say, the snapping strings is one of my favourite techniques. It isn't just something that I use on the 6-string normal guitar. It's probably something that I started doing when I first started playing lap steel, because I find that with the lap steel, it just gives a great tone. Let's just plug the old lappy in a minute, and I'll just show you. Okay, so just plug the lap steel in. Let's just change the sound, actually. It doesn't like that one. I've got it on a Marshall. I'm going back on my old Vox setting. This should be a bit smoother. That's better. Now, if I bring the camera in, actually, on this lap steel, you might be able to see it a bit better. Let's have a look. See if I can get a better view of it using my lap steel. Okay, so I'm going to play a normal note, which is both fingers out the way. So that's just pick. Now, if I do it my technique, see, I've moved my forefinger down, so I'm actually hooking it. So it's just a different way of picking. I don't know whether anyone else does it that way, because, like I say, I'm self-taught. I've never had guitar lessons, so I wouldn't know what the normal is and what is not. But it's just something that I really like the tone of. But I guess in time you sort of establish your own style, and that's what playing guitar is all about. It's about making it your own. I'm not a big one for playing covers. I just like to write and improvise and just do my own thing. So it's just something that I've sort of just started doing by accident. It's nothing I've actually planned, it's just sort of happened. But I thought I'd share it with you because I think it's a really important point about tone. Like I say, it's not just the wood and the pickups, and there's so many variants, and I think that the actual finger snapping thing is definitely something that adds to my tone. And I know a lot of you have been commenting on what a nice tone I get. There you go, you've got it straight from the horse's mouth. Nice one. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.